What's cooking, everybody? It's Breeze's Pieces.
It's Taylor.
It's only one mic.
And you're here for another episode of the What's Cooking podcast, home of the hottest upcoming entrepreneurs, business people, and creatives all around the world. Right? So today we got a special episode for y'all. As you can see, it's no guests. It's just us three. I know you guys said at home that you guys want to see more episodes like these, so we're here to give you that. And, you know, we just got a couple topics we want to talk about and whatnot. So before we start, how's everybody feeling right now?
I'm all right. I'm alive. Happy to be here.
It's been a long day, but you know, we pushing through, getting our like it's golden, living our life.
Audience, how you feeling? Drop some, you know, fire emojis, some hands, prayer hands in the comments. You know, let us know how you guys feel, right? Because we actually care about you guys, right? We actually want to know what you guys think. We listen to the audience when you guys comment and whatnot. So, you know, definitely want to tune in with that. Yeah, so before we get started, I actually wanted to promote my friend's drinking game right here. It's an astrology-based drinking game, right? It's called Zodiac Buzz. My boy from college, my boy Zach, right? Black business owner right here. He created this game, right? Zodiac Buzz is an astrology-based drinking game, right? Since I did the pre-order and since I helped back this project, I got like a free poster.
Good shit.
So I'm not really into horoscopes, but you know, that's what we got going right here, right? So special shout out to him. I definitely want to have him come to the show one day to show what he got going on with this game and whatnot. But yeah, Zodiac Buzz, check it out for sure. And just, yeah, you know, show him love and whatnot.
Hold it up real quick. Let me see that.
You want to see it again? Here we go.
Oh, I'll hold the poster. Oh, wait, this side? Oh.
Yeah, that side is good. All right. So, yeah, so I know a lot of you at home are probably wondering, so there's no guest today, so what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about just a lot of topics and things that came to our head, you know, over the past week. And not even this week, but even just, you know, prior, just anything that's been buzzing, like on a business scale and whatnot, because we want to educate you guys and also make you guys think, right? So one thing that came to mind was actually last night, right? So I was on Facebook, and, you know, Facebook always shows you stuff you posted from a while ago, right?
Oh, dude.
So Facebook showed me this old argument I had where it was just a poll, basically, where I was like, would you rather have a 40% discount or would you rather have a 50% profit on any asset that you have, right? So that's a question that I want to pose to you guys, and I want to pose to my co-host before I even tell you guys or explain to you guys like the thought process behind it. But yeah, that's something I'll pose to you guys. I'll let them two answer real quick, and yeah, we'll start from there.
So
Just to say it again, a 50% discount. I mean, a 40% discount or a 50% profit on an asset.
Okay, so just to re-clarify, 40% discount on anything or just on that
Anything.
asset?
Anything?
Yeah. Would you, like, if you buy something right now, would you rather have gotten it for a 40% discount or a 50% profit? I mean, or like guaranteed 50% profit.
That's
a
a
hard
good
question.
I can't even answer it the way
I
can't even answer it the way I want to. No, go ahead, Taylor. You can take it
So
away.
I can think about this in two ways, right? Me being an entrepreneur, I could take something and flip it. So if I can buy anything that I want for 40, what was it, 50%?
40% discount,
40%
50%
off,
profit.
right?
Yeah.
That raises my profit margin. So like if
Yeah.
I want to sell plates of food, right? All my supplies is going to be 40% off. So I can still sell that food for the price I want to, and I'm going to make more money because I spent less money. Versus a 50% profit or any asset. I got to think about that.
Damn, yeah, that's...
It's actually an easier answer, but there's no right or wrong answer, but it's easy. Like, when I tell you guys, like, the mindset to you guys could be like, wow, I didn't think about it like that.
I don't know.
Is it on me to answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so growing up, I would easily say the 40% off only because I benefited off a percentage like that off. But as I'm starting to get older and starting to make more grown-edge approach, I would have to go with the 50% profit on any asset because especially if the asset is not deprecating, that's profit. Especially when you could even flip the profit you get and then flip it again and then flip it again and then flip it again and then flip it again. So yeah, I would say now I would definitely get the 50% profit, especially because I'm doing like real estate and shit too. So, yeah. And then on top of that, but the 40% off is still good because even if you're getting it for 40% off, you could sell it for like the price you want to, and you could sell it for wholesale too. So that's two sources of income. shit, my mind is going nuts right now.
Right. So I'm like,
All right.
either way.
So y'all want the answer? Audience, do y'all want the answer?
Wow.
All right. So I'm sure some people probably commented already their opinions. So what if I told you there's, like I said earlier, there's really no right or wrong answer, right? That's really just a matter of which, I guess you could say, direction you're trying to go with the asset, right? So let's just say if you're buying something, it's actually better to get at the discount. If you're selling something, it's actually better to take the profit.
Yeah.
Right? Because for example, if you're buying a stock, right? Obviously, if you go break even on the stock, or if you're, you have a net loss on the stock, you don't make any profit off that 50%. So that's out the window, right? So it's better that you actually bought that stock at a discount, right? So let's say you have a stock that costs $10, right? 40%, that's $4 off. So you're buying it for $6, right? That stock goes up to $15 or even $11. You made way more money than you would have made if you just took it at $10 for that 50% margin.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And my
Right.
mind is.
And in the same light too, right? If you're selling houses, like you said with real estate, Mike, if you're selling houses, right? If you're buying a house at a discount, that's cool, but you're trying to sell it and make a profit, right? So what do you
Yeah.
care about? You care about the profit.
The profit, yeah.
Right? So 50% off a house that even if you bought it today and sold it for the same price, you get an extra 50% added to that.
Exactly. Oh, see.
So like the reason I ask that is because sometimes we tend to think about things too deep into the meaning. Like we try to look for specific examples and scenarios.
Yeah.
But sometimes the answer is in black and white right in front of you. That's actually I actually thought you guys would probably could be deep into it. I'm actually surprised you guys just kind of got through it quick. Audience probably still stuck on it trying to figure out like what's he even
But
talking about.
if you
right now.
Pete, I really had to take it back. I'm like, nah, this is a good question to the point where I have to like really like, even though you're saying it's not black and white, but I'm like, nah, this is two different like eras I've lived to answer this question.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like from entrepreneurs' mindset, it makes sense, but it's just like I asked the public this question, so it's just like
Yeah.
when I posted that poll, it was 89% said 50% profit.
Okay.
11%. I don't remember how many people voted, but 11% said they take the 40% discount.
Right.
And it's crazy because again, this is me asking the public, so I'm sure some people probably don't even see it in either respect. They just see it on one side. They don't see it on both
It's only
sides.
like
Right.
50%
Right? Get it?
profit.
Because we at the other side studio, so we see both sides. Right?
I'm fucking
Like that, right?
crying.
But nah, for real though.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like, but the asset isn't profiting though. So it's like, are you gonna make?
That
you're
is
only,
true.
You're only gonna make money if it profits.
And it's not deprecating, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee.
But that's what the assumption though. If I'm to buy something for the intent of making money, I'm expecting the profit, right?
yeah, you're expecting it, but it doesn't always happen that way. That's what
But
I'm
here's the
thinking
thing, right? The question is posed with the idea that
The idea
you're
that it's
going to
profiting,
go
yeah.
into that type
Profit,
of
yeah.
mindset. Okay, if I buy this today, am I making money tomorrow basically off of it?
Yeah, that's true.
Now tomorrow's gonna be your answer, but
about. Right.
if I'm buying it today, what am I
Today.
thinking?
Still, my brain is fried.
Kind of fry for that. Yeah, no, it's cool though, cause it's just like I kind of like to watch things like that. Well, I kind of like to read things like that, cause it's like it makes you think about just about not just the scenario itself, but just about how it applies to yourself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like even the other day, I was watching a EYL clip, like Shout Earn Your Leisure podcast. I was watching a clip from EYL, and they were speaking about 7 streams of income, right? If all three of us all listed our 7 streams of income or at least 7 streams that we want to go into,
Thank you.
are these all? Yeah, that was a nice note. Are these all 7 streams of income that we would have, or are these all 7 streams that are related to one another?
Oh shit.
Meaning, would you do 7 businesses, or would you have one business that streams out to 7 branches?
one business that streams out to 7 easily?
No, I mean that wasn't really a question to answer, but I'm just saying
sorry.
like that's something to think about, like audience too, because one thing they said is like a lot of people get this misconception that to be a millionaire I have to have 7 streams of income. All right, cool. That means I have to have 7 businesses,
Yeah.
but they don't realize how easy it is once you have one.
Yeah. It's really easy actually.
And it's crazy because I was in a studio session the other night and I was just saying that like, for me having a podcast, I have a camera, I have a mic, I have a tripod. Who is it for me to say that I can't, start a photography business? That's the second stream right there.
Editing. That's another business right there.
That's another business right there, right? Or I mean, if you want to link it together, you could say that's extra service, but still that's extra money right
Still,
there.
yeah, still an income. Still income.
Right. So I was thinking about myself.
Taylor, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was thinking about myself. I'm a makeup artist. I can do clients.
Good shit.
I can teach people how to do makeup. I can do YouTube, then I can sell products. That's
Four.
from right there.
That's 4.
Then with me cooking
5.
and making drinks, right? That can be something else, right? I can cook.
6. I mean 5 still.
I can go make YouTubes about cooking, and then
6.
I can tie the drinks into that, and then I can have a catering and bartending service.
Yeah, simple. Yeah. Simple.
I mean, the YouTube kind of ties together on both sides, so
Right.
it's still. But that's you gave
But
us
that-
8.
and
That's
it's
technically
different.
7.
and ads.
One is
Yeah.
cosmetology, and the other one is food and drinks. And then if I bring my clothing line in it,
8.
So just
if I bring my clothing line in it, I can again do content creation, sell brand,
Yeah.
and then if I want to give back to the community, I can teach children.
shout
how to
out your
create their
clothing line, by
own
the way.
Slow and steady clothing.
Slow and
I
steady.
can teach children how to build their own brand,
That's it.
and
That's
then
it.
I can get people to model
That's it.
and take pictures. Wait,
So in other words,
If I
she's
do-
the millionaire in the group. Just letting y'all know.
soon to be, and then
That's like 10.
creative direct, right? I have
Yeah.
to be the creative director when I
Yeah.
have my models for a photo shoot.
Fashion show.
Hey, fashion show. Listen, it keeps going and going and going. I have to write all of this. Remind me to write all of this down.
Taylor has this thing where she likes to say, "Bree's gonna get us out the hood now." Taylor's getting us out the hood.
I was just on the phone with my sister. I was like, it seems like I'm the only one in the family doing the work.
I'm
about to carry this
crying.
family on my back like Kim Kardashian.
LeBron James.
That's
Listen,
it. You know what I'm saying?
listen.
You know what
in
I'm
the
saying?
finals.
If I go, we all go.
That's it.
We out of here. Autobots, roll out. Let's go.
Simple. Simple.
So what'd you think about that, Mike?
What the question?
Well, yeah, you could say that. Yeah, the question. It was
Well,
more of an idea than a question. But
I actually agree. Well, especially in the age of paying for convenience and everything like that, I would recommend if your business is able to branch out to 7 different things without branching out to different businesses, that is a blessing off the sheer fact is because it's still tailored to your business. You know, you can make ads, content, especially in the age of content creation. That is another stream of income right there, whatever. But I say because growing up, I had this Black Wall Street idea, right? I wanted to own laundromats. I wanted to own gas stations, even banks, financial institutions or whatever. That would require me to branch out. So that several different streams of income for one business doesn't necessarily make sense anymore. It would have to be other businesses or whatever. So I think maybe like when I'm 30, I think even like if I'm 27, if I'm right on the right track, if 27, I should have like my own laundromat, gas station or whatever. So I agree where it depends where you're at in life. I would agree it's sometimes better to have multiple businesses if you're able to keep up with it though. That's the thing. Because there's a lot of people, think about it like this. You know how many realtors or people like on Wall Street or whatever, they own a lot of these buildings in Long Island City, downtown Brooklyn, Manhattan, and it's literally almost owned by one person. Literally. And he makes money from that commercial building, makes money from that apartment building, makes money from that store right there. And
kind
you
of
can't
like
even
a chain, a pyramid.
Right.
Exactly. That's why.
McDonald's. What's
That's
it
why I was
called?
like, it
Monopoly.
depends where. Exactly, it depends where you are. Like even no, and since we here, let's talk about Mark Zuckerberg. You own Instagram, you own WhatsApp, you own YouTube, you own everything, buddy. And I'm tired of your sensitivity. But I can't even blame
But
him.
you got all these girls posting their nudes and shit.
Yeah, and you got all these girls posting
Mark,
their nudes.
what's going on?
and
You giving people
and
30
took
days
my
for saying,
monetization
like,
away.
the
You
smallest
took it,
thing.
and I want it back.
Oh yeah, I've been to Facebook jail a couple of times. And I wasn't
Every
happy.
month.
But girls over here posting the
They're
nastiest
showing the
things, bro.
badonkadonks, man.
And all I said I was gonna slap somebody.
That's
And boom, 30 days.
That's crazy.
But the person needed to be slapped.
But
Bro, Instagram reported me just for posting money, bro.
bro, and it's
Like
nuts.
profits.
And it's nuts. But when you get to a certain stage in life, like I can't even blame him for moving like that. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to say I want to own everything, but I want to own a lot. I want to own a lot. So yeah. And if you're lucky enough to own businesses and still generate different revenues from that businesses with the multiple businesses, you won the game of Monopoly. Simple.
Yeah.
So
Because like you say, even since we're here, like just look at the studio, for example, right? Ross, shout out to I'm going to give Ross as many shout outs because he deserves his flowers.
he do.
right?
He do.
Ross has a studio. He has a recording studio back there, the podcasting studio right here. He has a camera. He could go out do photography if he wants to, videography.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He does music, so he knows how to, engineer, make beats, sing, rap. Like he could do so much, you know, with like
We
any
in a room with
artist,
a
you know.
millionaire right now.
Basically, Ross already on his way, like, you know. So it's just like, oh, it's just something that, you know.
That's a
You
lot.
just gotta think about it, like.
That's a lot of sources, Ross. That's a lot of sources.
We
buddy.
not pocket watch you, Ross, but just know, like, when you hit $1 million, we're gonna know. We'll see it. But nah, it's just like it's just something to think
I was
about.
looking
Like
at it. I'm
that's
like,
how easy
this
it is.
is so smart. I was like, wow, this
Yeah.
is really, really smart. Good job, Russ.
Yeah, because it's like I look at people that have businesses too, how they innovate themselves. Like so, like there's this one place by me. It's an ice cream shop. It's called Only Rare. He's so busy. Like he's been wanting to get on here for a minute. And I know we're eventually gonna collab, but until then, like, you know, shout out to you. Give you his flowers. He does so many different events with his shop, bro. Like he does like pop-up shops. He does like paint and sips. He does what do you call it? Smoke and paint. Like he does all these different events that, you know, it's just like it's just crazy to show how innovative like you could be just from one stem of your, I guess you could say, your income to doing like 7 different things and being a millionaire like overnight, basically. Speaking of millionaires overnight, I definitely want to give a shout out to I forgot his name. I know it's like Black something, but it's the hookah guy. Like this one black guy. He made like a hookah, like a fruit flavor hookah. It's not nicotine based at all, and he made $1 million in one day.
Yeah. He
was
made
on $1 million. Yeah, he made $1 million in 9
I
hours.
forgot his name. Fuck.
It's like Black something, but
Yeah.
he made $1 million in 9 hours. $1.4 million to be exact, right?
9 hours.
And with him, it's like I respect him a lot because it's like a lot of people they tend to make start businesses with the idea of I want to have a business. They don't make businesses with the idea of
Black smoke.
Black smoke. Okay,
Black
they
Smoke,
don't
yeah.
make that. They don't make businesses with the idea of like problem solving, because that's the whole thing to a business. Your business wants to solve a problem, right?
Yes, correct.
Right. Our podcast is here to solve a problem, right? Why, like, you know, we always saying stuff like, why there not enough Black lawyers, Black judges, Black teachers, Black everything? Because people aren't educated to do that.
Yeah.
Everybody want to go to the NBA.
Basically.
Everybody want to be, you know, the next like Kanye West, Jay-Z. Everybody want to be, you know, the next LeBron James, but like nobody understands how to be the next like Thurgood Marshall.
Right.
Nobody knows how to be the next Barack Obama. Right? So it's like with this podcast, it's like we're kind of problem solving in the sense that we are bringing people, you know, to come speak on things like that. We just had, you know, Leaky Benz right here. He said, I see him shaking his head in the car. He's like, like he just gave everybody the game on how to really be an independent artist.
Yeah.
Not just an independent artist, but to be a manager as well.
Can't wait
Right?
to
So
I can't
it's
wait to
like
watch that video.
Yeah, like if you haven't checked that episode out right away. But you know, he's giving people the game on how to do this thing, and that, we're kind of problem solving that way of giving people the exposure to go and do those things. So it's like going back to Black Smoke. He came up with a solution, right? Everybody's saying hookah's bad for you, but people enjoy hookah.
Yeah.
So
No
he
matter
came
what.
up with a
They like
solution
the
to make
vibe.
a healthy hookah. Right? And what did that stem to? $1.4 million in 9 hours.
Literally.
Right? And that's something that he spoke about too. I seen he did an interview with EYO.
He made an
where
addiction
it's
healthy.
just about problem solving.
That's tough.
Right.
You
Like
made an
in-
addiction healthy. That's fucking tough.
And like in school, they will always tell us, because I went to school for entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It's like you want to target an underserved market.
Yes.
Underserved market. So like we know a lot of podcasts, the podcast industry is very saturated, and everybody talks about the same things. Relationships, 50-50, this, that, like.
And not to cut you off, but shout out to
$40.
Wavy's World, because he was like, that's the only reason why I actually want to do, because he said he was done with podcasts, but the reason he wanted, you know, rock with us is because we're different.
Right. And nobody wants to hear that. And I wanted to go back to what you said about people wanting to be the next Thurgood Marshall, Jay-Z, but what about being the first you? Forget about being the next
Joe Goldberg.
somebody that was already there. What about being you? Nah,
true.
let me
The
shake
Black
the
Joe
table
Goldberg.
and bring something different. I'm
Gonna be
not
that.
like, and start to follow your own road.
watching you.
You know, go your own direction instead of trying to follow the footsteps of somebody else. Because when you try to do that, you're going to keep getting compared. Oh, you trying to be like this person, you trying to be like that person. Nah, just be yourself.
That ass.
Yeah, because
That's
one
how
thing
I
I
look
was
at
told is as a kid that I never really thought of, I can't even remember. I can't even quote who told me this, but it's like there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna do it.
Yeah. Oh,
And like, you know, the example that was given to me was baseball. It's like, look, if there wasn't no Jackie Robinson, there was gonna be another black guy that was gonna come play baseball.
that is actually
know,
a wonderful
so-
way to look at it, actually.
Yeah, if you look at it like that, it's like, yo, like what's stopping you from being that person?
OD.
Exactly.
And to even piggyback off this, right? So y'all know the Wu-Tang Clan, right, or whatever.
Yeah, I love that show.
Whatever.
I think it comes out next week.
You want to
right?
know why I
Season
love
3.
that show? And I'm a hip hop head or whatever, but the reason why I love that show is it took them so long to come together, and it stems from like people having this talent, whatever. It took a guy to study the music industry, took a guy to realize, okay, I can do this better. I'm the star, so I don't need to be the star. I could just be like, a team on a basketball roster
Like
or whatever.
Divine being the manager, he had no
exactly.
experience with that.
And it's just, if you peep, like, you got a guy, imagine this, a dream scenario. Your man's is managing you, whatever. And it's like, not no snake shit. Like, your man's actually managing you. He's getting paid. You getting paid off you just being yourself, entertainer, performer, whatever. Then your other man's is getting paid for being a producer, the engineer. Then your other man's is getting paid for being a writer. Then your other man's is getting paid for being a photographer, video editor. Like, do you know, like, even if you don't have to put the streams with yourself, if you could put the streams with your own community and your own friends, do you know how much of a flex that is? Bro, the reason why there's this content creator group called RDRC World, and it's Mark Phillips or whatever. The reason why I respect the holy hell out of that man, he has never, and I repeat, they all stick within the house, like within those members or whatever. And I don't even say
Them
like I'm
LeBron
trying to
videos are
replicate
legendary.
it. Yeah, and they're timeless too. I'm not even trying to say I'm trying to replicate it, but I was like, nah, I want my own cinematic shit. And I'm like, so the What's Cooking idea, I'm definitely down with it or whatever. And it just goes to show it's all about keeping it within us, but branching out and giving those people that recognition or whatever. Like, no, you got talent, and I'm gonna put the camera and the platform on you. Now you take advantage of it, So that's just my approach, and my head is going crazy right now, so I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah, I want to jump on to what you were saying, because my cousins and I, we actually had this great idea. He was like, what if we took X amount of money and put it in the bank a month, right? Let's say say it's 12 of us.
Yeah.
All 12 of us put $200 a month into the bank for about 3 years, maybe 5 years the max, and then open a business. Because we realize there's so many of us in our family that have talents, that have strengths and weaknesses, right? So let's say we open a restaurant. This person would be the manager, this person would be the cook, this person would be the party promoter, this person would be the DJ. Like, that's all us keeping it in the family.
Different streams too.
Different streams, keeping it in the circle.
And then
Go back to the Jay Fields episode, though. You need to have a business plan to that first, because we spoke about that.
Yeah.
The cliches. Remember, for those of y'all don't remember that joke, like, literally, I was in a club with a couple of my friends, and one of my friends was lit. And he goes, yo, bro, instead of buying bottles, what if we went and took this money and bought a property? I was like, well, one, you can't afford that. Like, for the bottles we paid for, we can't afford no damn property.
right.
Two, we need a plan, right?
Right.
So you need to have a plan to that before, like, just jump into
I
these
know how to write a
ideas.
business plan. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the business plan writer.
For sure.
I'm gonna write it.
Yeah, you guys just know I don't like the cliches when people say stuff like that, like, oh, let's build Black Wall Street, but no idea how to do it.
Yeah.
Like, we need that going, you feel me?
Yeah.
All right.
My mind is just
Fun
lost.
killer.
Nah, I'm just being real with you. you feel me?
Nah, for real. But definitely we'll write a business.
I know Jay Frank gonna see this. He gonna text you, be like, Taylor, we gotta talk.
I went to school. My senior year in college, all I was doing was writing business plans. I actually have
That's what's up.
I probably have 5 solid business plans written, and I'm at the point where I freaking hate my job, and me and my boss is gonna have to go into the boxing ring, and I hope she sees this.
Referee shirt.
I hope she sees
Referee.
this. But I'm like, nah. I started going back into my computer and revising these business plans. I'm like, I need a way out, or I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm at the point, like, I can't be there. I'm at the point, no job is working for me. I'm like, maybe this is not what God wanted for me. Like, these are the signs.
Bro, you know how hard you have to believe in yourself to take a risk and say, fuck a job. I'm about to live out my fucking dream.
Let me tell you something.
Bro.
One summer, I didn't have a job. one summer.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I sold drinks. I hustled.
Yeah, I was selling PS5s.
I was selling drinks, and I said to myself, maybe I don't need a job.
Everybody want to be outside with the summertime.
I'm like, maybe I don't need a job
drinks.
because the job has been making me too comfortable knowing, I'm going to get paid this day. I'm going to get paid that way. I'm being lazy. So I'm like, nah, maybe I just need to walk away from my job and get back to what I was doing and really put my mind to it and hustle. I'm like, if I don't work, I don't eat. But I could call out. I could go out sick and I'm still going to get paid. But if I don't go and sell what I'm going to sell or post what I post generate income on my own, I'm not gonna make any money.
You know what? You know what motivates me? Crackheads. You know what motivates me? Those people that be on the train and they say, "Yo, dollar." You know why they motivate me? Because they don't take days off.
They don't.
They don't. They will say, "I'm gonna get to this by any fucking means. I will literally ask you for money. I will stop you on the street."
Ain't no crackhead ever said I ain't got no money to get crack.
Yeah,
They
ain't not saying that.
out.
Homeless people, even like homeless people, they dead ass motivate me too. Not because of the situation too, but it's the fact that
They
even
hungry.
it's uncomfortable to be like this. But it's either two ways. I'm gonna either sit and pout about it, or I'm gonna sit, think, put a plan in motion, and then act on it. Like I'm gonna ask people, and even too, like when people put the bottle in the in those machines or whatever, give you 25 cents. That shit's add the fuck up. I literally watched somebody in college, like nigga was averaging like. Even though it was like, it took a minute, I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, it took like $50 a week, and then it grew and then it grew and it grew, because he would literally actually go into homes, picking up like, do you guys need your bottles, this pens? And I'm like, bro, how did you convince neighbors, strangers at that, to give you their fucking bottles?
They're gonna throw it out anyway.
Exact, bro, he would literally go in the trash can. I'm like,
They're
yo,
gonna
that's
throw it out
motivating
anyway.
as
I'll be
fuck.
like, all right, here. I don't need no.
That's why people.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of what got me into the whole idea of credit, because it's like
Yeah.
you're gonna use your debit card to pay your bills anyways, right? You might as well get cash back.
Yeah.
It's your credit.
I ain't gonna lie, I
With
thought I was a genius.
self-control.
Yeah, never
With
mind.
self-control.
I thought I was genius when I said that. Like when I did that, I was like, yo, I'm about to pay my rent with this shit. Cash back? Oh yeah. But then everybody else is doing this. I was like, fuck it, never mind. It's like when you discover like you
Shit,
can
you
you
still gotta
mix
take
the
your
drink,
points, bro.
Like when you grow up, like you ever mix the drink at a restaurant and be like, I'm the fucking genius, I'm the innovative nigga, and then somebody already did it.
Nah, I tried that.
I mean, shit, you still gotta drink that drink though.
Yeah, of course.
It don't matter.
Here's the thing. I tried that. It didn't work out so well. So, but I was I had the Delta card. So, miles. Everything I swiped my card with was miles. Oh, swipe, free first class. Yeah, I was living a life. I'm like,
Type
yeah.
shit.
But that only works with self-control, because you can spend that money so fast. So fast. Faster than you could blink.
Yo, what you got on mind, Bryce? Breeze, what you got on mind?
What you got? You
I
look
got
like
mine.
you just thinking about stuff.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, even look at the game. So it's just like, I ain't gonna lie. And there's a thing too, right?
Ooh.
The reason that I
Sponsored.
really wanted to promote this game is because this is a game that I actually helped back. Like I donated to the cause, right? Because
Sponsored by
you,
Zodiac
like
Buzz.
there's the thing, right? Even if you're
Get
not
it today.
technically a stakeholder, sometimes you just gotta support people's ideas for the sake of seeing the success.
Yeah.
Right? Like I get it. Yeah, you might not benefit in the long run. Maybe you just
I'm so nosy.
whatever. But there, like this could go viral. I really feel like he's going. Like my friend Zach is gonna be rich off this game, bro.
No, he is, because so many people are into the horoscopes. Even if you just
That's
bashing
one.
somebody.
Yeah.
2 people into the drinking games.
Yeah.
3, it's a cliche, but he's a
Oh
black
shit, he's
business owner.
He's a genius. I ain't
This is a
gonna cap.
black person that made this game. You think this
Can
is
I
not
have
gonna go
it?
viral?
Can I borrow it?
Ask him. You could borrow it, but you can't.
That's
you
not
can't own
yours?
it.
Sponsored.
It's mine.
It's yours?
But
This-
I'm saying you gotta ask him for it. Like
This podcast has been sponsored by Zodiac Buzz,
No, let's
where
not say
astrology meets drinking.
No, we
where
don't got the- we
astrology
don't- we don't got
just
the
meets
paperwork for that, though.
innovation.
you gotta get
Not for
some-
nothing, Aquarius are the best. So that's it. If you want to talk about astrology.
Yeah,
Well-
like I'm not even into astrology like that, but I know a lot of people who are. So it's like
I'm not really
when
into
my friend
astrology.
designed the idea, I was just like, yeah, I gotta support this for sure.
This podcast is sponsored by Zodiac Buzz, the perfect game to embrace your zodiac sign and get drunk while doing it.
Yeah, you know what it is too that came to my mind too. It's just like when people say things like, "Oh, imagine the people who doubted Facebook in the beginning or Amazon."
OD.
I'm like, well, shit, Zodiac Buzz is something that I
No,
feel like
I
could
need
really
this.
back.
This is going to go crazy
Bro.
at my family game night.
Another thing, Priest, you said something along the lines, but I think I'm wording it or paraphrasing wrong. So, Peep, right? Pop Smoke. What did he make popular?
Drill.
You said who?
Drill.
Okay,
music.
drill. But what did Pop Smoke say in his songs a lot? What do you
Dior.
guys? Dior,
Oh,
right?
brands, yeah.
What did Cardi B say in her songs? What clothing brand did she say in the song?
Fashion Nova
Fashion
Fit.
Nova. So you know what those two have in common, right? Is that if you're wearing something a lot, if you're saying something a lot, if you just like it a lot enough, why not just make your own opportunity? You know how people be like,
I see what you mean.
make your
Okay.
own opportunity. Bro, I got sponsored. Like, I got literally a modeling contract because I was wearing this brand over and over again. I kept tagging him, right? On Instagram. This is like early days, right? So when I hear Pop Smoke and Cardi B get those Fashion Nova and Dior contracts or whatever, I'd be like, yo, my theory is so fucking right to this day. Obviously, you know, it's all about what was that thing? I have the plan. I just need the platform. And that's really all it be. Just make your own opportunity with that shit. Cause I'm like, bro, fuck this shit. They gonna have to remember
Rihanna
me.
every time I do
So-
my makeup.
This somebody gonna see it.
Fenty Beauty. Rihanna,
Somebody
I
gonna
need
see
a
it.
sponsorship.
Nah,
Somebody
I ain't
dead
gonna
ass
lie.
gonna see that shit.
Fenty Beauty.
Before I say what I say,
Somebody's
you
dad
know,
was gonna
shout
see
out
that
to
shit.
Rich Ideas because I bought a lot of their clothing. Rich Ideas, you feel me? It's a brand. It's a black-owned brand out in I think Michigan, right? Shout out to them. Nice drip. You just want to promote that. But going back to what you were saying, Mike, I see what you were referring to. You're referring to back when I spoke about the shoe deals.
Yeah.
So basically, it was the same episode I was watching with Max Maxwell, right?
Yeah.
And actually, no, I think I mentioned that Leaky's episode, not this one. But basically, they were speaking about Jordan's shoe deal, right? With the 5%
Oh yeah,
on his sales
yeah.
and stuff
Yeah, I
like
want to
that.
get into this shit.
And they were saying basically, you know, what if instead of people signing like to Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, what if the basketball players got together and started their own brand, where not only do they have their own brand, but they not only do they have their own shoe, but instead of just getting like a percentage and just having their name on a shoe,
The money
they own
stays
the whole thing and the money stays with them,
yeah.
right? Especially too
That's
as black
beautiful.
athletes as
That's
well.
beautiful.
I'm about to mess with you. Is this a cliche again?
Nah.
For fake, it kind of is. But here's the thing. It's not because they could actually get it done. A lot of people who say these things can't actually get it done.
You could make this business plan to an NBA player if you really want to
You
go there.
can,
and
because they
go
have
to
the money, they have the
union.
resources, the connections, they have everything they need.
Yeah.
But it's like your average Joe that's, you know, chilling in the club, talking about, you know, who's half drunk off some Henny, telling you, oh, let's go buy some rental property with $300.
It's like you're not.
That's
you
not
know
happening.
You're not doing that.
That's not happening. But, you know,
Nah,
these
tell you,
guys
you
have
could
millions
direct
of
this
dollars
plan.
that they could do it with. They have the connections through their agents, through, you know, the people that sign their deals, whether it's with this brand or that brand. They know how to make it work, bro.
Yeah.
It's the same with clothes, too. Think about it. Like, you know, if these guys want to start clothing lines, they could easily do it. I was just got find a manufacturer and stuff like that. But
Right.
they're good.
And the manufacturers, they will make anything. Anything.
Yeah, because even, you know, shout out to our previous guest, Fetty from Prolific Fabric. You know, he was telling me, like, manufacturers hit him up left and right. They offer to fly him out and all this stuff to test fabric and stuff
Type
like
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually talking to him the other day. I was asking him, and he was telling me like, that's honestly how he got his manufacturer from them hitting him up. And I'm like, me and my brother, they hit us up all the time. So I'm like, it's really trial and error.
Yeah.
So you just see what sticks. And honestly, one manufacturer can work for one thing, and you use another manufacturer for something else.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
same with Surprise NYC. You know, I'm wearing the hat right now, Surprise NYC. Shout out, you know, hottest snapbacks in New York City right now.
I ain't gonna lie, you
Bronx-
looking like you're on your
Bronx-
period.
You said what?
You looking like you're on your period.
Nah, I'm
That's
I'm
OD.
bulling right now. I'm the Kool-Aid man.
He
Kool-Aid.
said he bullying.
The Kool-Aid nigga.
But notice he said I'm bullying.
Nah,
Don't give it to
chill,
him.
chill.
Don't do that.
Chill. I
Who
don't
said
bang.
that?
I'm a civilian.
He's a civilian. I'm like, why? I looked at him and said, why
No,
you
no, no.
dressed
no.
like that?
This
No,
priest, he be like, glot, glot, boo.
It just looked nice. I ain't gonna lie. I had a Colin Kaepernick that I had. It was black with Colin Kaepernick on it.
That's hard.
It was like black, you know, because obviously he's wearing red and white, and it's a black base. So I was like, it goes well with the Jordans, right? The black Jordans, right?
Okay,
But I was
the
just
bread,
like,
the bread
eh.
for us.
I was like, I want to promote Isaiah instead. Colin Kaepernick not doing nothing for this podcast. I'm gonna promote Zay instead, right? Zay done a lot for this podcast.
But shout
You know,
out
that's
Colin
love right
Kaepernick
there.
though, because I
And
know
shout out
he's-
Surprise NYC. If you didn't check
Yeah,
that
shout out
episode, it's gonna be
Surprise.
somewhere here.
Shout out my
Probably.
boy Surprise. Oh wow. I did have a comment, or it's not really a comment, but like a question, but also a concept. So you know, one thing I love that Black people have started to do in recent years, they promote like Black luxury, like
Malik Dupree.
yeah,
That's
like
the last one. You know, we just had him up here.
and it's so beautiful because it's like when especially when you believe in your brand so much, like this is the luxury brand of the future. This is the luxury brand that the world is gonna catch up. The world is struggling to catch up to right now. And it's not really like a question, it's just like one of those concepts that I'm like, I'm glad like we as a community have progressed to really believe that. If you believe your
Malik
brand
Dupree
is
a
that
great
shit,
example.
and Malik Dupree is a great example.
Because when I first met him in the pop-up shop, he was selling glasses for $75. Now his glasses are like $200. The same model. He has more expensive glasses, but those same models are $200 now.
$200 now.
Wow.
Yeah, you really.
Imagine if I was a reseller, I said, yo, I'll sell it to you for $200.
Yeah.
You don't even know I got it for $75.
And then on top of that too, like it's also good promo and good marketing because think about these, like let's use first for an example, those Astro boots that everybody keeps raging about. They look like red AirPods.
Those are the Pac-Man boots.
The Pac-Man boots,
Yeah,
whatever.
no, it's Mega Man boots.
And one thing you can't knock about it, it's been on people's timelines, it's been on people's minds, it's been on even influencers. The shit hasn't even dropped yet, and yet it's dominating social media.
It's weird. I seen Fabio with them.
It's controversial and it works though. Controversy. One thing I learned in wrestling: controversy creates cash. It creates cash.
It does.
And it's so beautiful. That's why I love it when black people like they started to use the black luxury, rich black girl or whatever. Rich black boy doesn't hit the same, but rich black, black luxury, whatever. And the point is that it's beautiful to see people believe in their brand so much that becomes their own marketing and everybody just snatches onto it and just like sticks to it or whatever.
It becomes the simplest thing because even
thing.
Earlier with Wavy's World, right? He spoke about the Velveeta.
Yeah.
So it's just a do-rag, right?
It's just a do-rag.
There's so many brands that make velvet do-rag.
Yeah.
He just, started his own thing because that's his image,
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of like even too, I was like, I'm gonna really take, like if you're really from New York, you know this, right? The 8-Ball man, right? Mm-hmm. The guy on the subway with the 8-Ball jacket.
Yes, oh my God.
You know how many people got 8-Ball jackets after that? Or not even Pooh Shiesty. Look at everybody's wearing a ski mask right now.
Bro, I was at a job fair today and a guy had on a ski mask at a job fair in New York City, Times Square. Why are you wearing a ski mask to a job fair, gang?
New York City.
Obviously, he put it up when he walked in, but I'm like, bro, take that off.
People that wear ski masks.
And I have a ski mask and I'm wearing this, but it's on my head and it's hat form.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. One night I was at this lounge and this girl had on a ski mask and she was like trying to interact with me and sing with me and I was looking at her like, "What are you doing?"
Stick up the club.
I'm like, I don't know. First of all, I don't know if you're gonna rob me or what. You are a girl. What are you doing with a ski mask? Like, get out my face. Back up. I don't know what you about to do.
It kind of reminds me of our shoot with the Scott team. Remember from last time, Taylor? The Scott team, the Jamaicans.
Yes.
Ro put up with a ski mask, but he's wearing he's wearing dress shoes and slacks and whatnot. But it was mad cold that day, so I understand. But it's just like,
but we're inside.
He walked in shivering. He had his scarf on, his coat.
He's like, I like to be incognito.
Yeah. No, I mean, I respect that. I like the image. Trust me, it really gave him a mystique look because he had his scarf, he had his coat. He looks like he's cold, but at the same time, he looks like he said incognito.
Yeah, I remember that Breakfast Club interview with Kodak Black.
Yeah,
and on the ski mask.
But that was before the Pooh Shiesty era, though.
I hope so.
But the funniest thing was everybody had on the ski mask with him.
Yeah.
Kodak Black had the funniest interviews.
But he's funny when he's really dead ass not trying to be funny, bro.
No, Kodak Black is mad funny.
Yeah. Shout out Kodak. You should come on this podcast, buddy. Kodak, have you ever seen this? Just know we all want you on this podcast. Just saying.
Come on, you know the Zoes right here, bro. Come on, link up with me.
I'm fucking crying.
Tap in, Sakpa said, tap in, bro.
The funniest thing, he's really gonna see it. They're gonna see this one day.
This podcast is sponsored by
we're probably
Zodiac Bust, the perfect game to learn some astrology and get drunk while doing it.
Like
why does he keep going to commercial break?
For fake, we kind of manifested it because it's like, we could be one of those clips where it's like, it'd be like 3 years ago, What's Cookin podcast said they wanted Kodak here, and then it's like we gotta have like at least 8 episodes where he came to New York like 8 different times or something.
I ain't gonna lie, my manifestation game has been going crazy though. Like everybody
manifest us $10 million right now, please.
Yes, God, I am your archangel, Michael. Please.
I told myself every day I'm gonna be famous. I told myself
I want 10 billion.
I told myself every day, I'm going to do the podcast, I'm about to be famous. Like,
you dead have the character.
I mean, I'm
telling
be
my
real
sister,
too.
I'm like, I'm about to be famous and get it. I'm like, so I'm the only person in this family working, so I'm going to be famous and y'all need to do what I say.
I mean, I'll be real too. What if I told you I actually didn't want the fame with this podcast? I just wanted to provide the education and the knowledge and the service.
And that's how it comes. Like when you do something, right, when you do something you truly love, the fame and the fortune and everything is going to naturally come because you are genuine about what you're doing. Bro. You're not going after it for the money.
Bro, it's always dead, the videos or those songs or just content or just honestly composition that you'll make that you think it never goes the way it's supposed to, and it picks up the way it's like, damn, you really was fucking with this shit. Like, and I'm like, wow, you really was fucking with this shit.
That was so funny because 2 weeks ago when we filmed, right? And I was doing my makeup and I was late.
Yeah, you
I
sure
was late and I had to finish my makeup in the studio. So I just threw it on. I was talking to the people from the hair panel. And it was like, yo, just post it. And I did a voiceover. I didn't edit it. I said, listen, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And this is what's going on. Boom, 400 likes. I'm like, on my little TikTok?
Yeah.
I don't even have 200 followers on TikTok yet. And I'm like,
Times
it went
two.
crazy.
By the time people watching this, you probably had 8,000.
I mean, like, famous.
Type shit.
Ooh, Lord, there's something in my eye.
But like you were saying.
Oh, fix it, Jesus. I can't see.
But like you were saying.
Like who was saying?
Oh, that was it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was here thinking you I go in.
Wait, something else. Something got in my eye, but yeah, I forgot what I said. Yeah.
And just to okay, so I have I got this, right?
Okay.
So how do you guys feel on, I guess, what is the importance of like content when it comes to when somebody wants to start something to get off the ground? And what I mean by that is, okay, for example, like a couple years ago, I was not like super serious about like, reselling or whatever. Oh, no, I was super serious about reselling, but I wasn't super serious about the content. Now looking back at it now, if rules existed back then, we'll probably be way more up or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the point I'm trying to make is that how important is content to like what you do professionally now? Like
it's very important because I'm gonna tell you this thing, right? First of all, like we see it like with these food pages, right? I don't know how many times somebody's gonna tell me like, oh, I saw this food page on TikTok, but it's trash.
I'm fucking
like,
crying.
oh, they gassed it. Oh, this was terrible food, terrible service. Like,
still
but
went
think
there.
about it. Even though that food was trash, you still paid for it, and you
Yeah.
just gave that person a service. But
Yeah.
the content made you go there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And in the same light too, it's also beneficial because obviously it makes you look better, right? So like, for this, well, not just this podcast, but it's anything in general. Like the only way you're gonna get people to watch it and like bring retention to like your platforms is with just the content alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
People not gonna just like gravitate to you just because, that's what somebody said. Like, oh yeah, just tapping with this person. They gotta see why they got tapping with you.
Right. So I'll give you another example. I do makeup, like I said before, but people were asking me, you still do makeup? Because I wasn't posting.
Yeah.
I wasn't posting. So
Yeah.
they assumed that I wasn't doing it, so people were not booking me.
Yeah.
So once I
Damn.
started, then I
Damn.
recently got this client. I said, well, how did you find me? She's like, I found you on Instagram. So
Type
that
shit.
said to me, keep posting.
Keep posting.
You got to keep posting. I was slacking, but I'm going to keep, moral of the story, just keep posting because people are going to see you.
Yeah, see
and
people
those
see.
reels reach more people than you think or than you ever know.
Okay. I don't know. Do we have enough time or?
I mean, yeah, we chill right now. So I mean, it's definitely something that I definitely wanted to do. Right? I know Taylor definitely was vocal about it as well, that she wanted to have like a group episode like this. So, for sure, the audience too. I remember a couple people definitely hit me up saying they want to see more episodes like this. But one thing I'll definitely specify is drop some questions, comments, topics that you guys want us to talk about
Right.
on our own individual basis, because these are points that you guys tell us that we hit on the nail, but we want to see what you guys are thinking too. Like I said earlier, we really pay attention to what you guys say. Even some of the guests that came up here, these are people that you guys recommended to us. People that will come up here, people that you guys recommended to us. So it's like, definitely want to see what's going on and, see how everything is with you guys, right? Let us know how you feeling. Let us know if, we're providing value and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, do you two have any words you guys want to leave the audience with?
Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on our Instagram page for more.
Just thank you for the support and the love. Like, to see this grow from when we started in August to now, I'm like, wow, I have no words, and I can really see how far we're going to go with this. I didn't even know you.
I didn't think I was ever gonna meet Mike in person. I thought Mike was just somebody I
I
had
didn't even know you.
on social media.
And I knew you through my brother. So, we're we're friends. Oh
We're
my
family.
God. We're
We're family.
Like they say
We're-
in P Valley. Y'all watch P Valley?
No.
Pod family.
Family.
I was told not to watch that
Yeah.
show.
No.
Someone
family.
told me. I don't know.
Nah, P Valley is lit.
It's
Like
a
I
good
said,
show?
Family.
Okay.
What?
I'm asking.
You can fast forward some scenes, but
I mean, I'm not really a TV guy anyways.
I guess if to leave off something to like a definitely positive to say, definitely thank you, a big thank you, because at the end of the day, you don't have to tune in, you don't have to watch it, and even when you do watch it, you don't have to keep watching. So definitely a big thank you.
We
to
see the
that.
analytics, by the way.
And we see the analytics. Yeah,
We know who's really watching.
It's
Right.
just when you're just like you don't expect when you don't expect anything to take off and it still takes off. That's how I feel about this, because even if it doesn't take off, I'm more so grateful of the fact that people find us helpful. People find us, wow, like I appreciate you. When guests be like, no, thank you, man. You guys did it today. Thank you. Like, bro, thank you for fucking taking the time out of your day
right.
to give you the platform and let the viewers and your audience know. And then brings us back to us, and then brings us back to you guys again too. It's just genuine love. Like,
Right.
and you can't beat that, and the audience can see that. Audience can see through bullshit, and I can see through bullshit. So
Trust me, I
Like
will
we met
too.
so many cool people, and
OD.
I've learned so much from everybody that has been up here. And like shout out to the people that reached out to you to ask to be on here. It's
OD.
like wow, like you want to come on our platform? We're not reaching out. Like
Yeah.
I think it hits differently when somebody sees you and they're asking you like, "Can I please come into your
I
platform?"
beg to
Yeah.
differ. I
Right?
ain't gonna lie. I
And then
beg to
even-
differ.
What? No,
It'd be
you're-
like, I ain't gonna lie, like, most of the people that came to our platform are people that we reach out to, but it's like, then there's like a few who make the cut.
Right.
But then it's like, but there's a lot of people who kind of half-ass like what they're trying to promote, and they try to get on because they just want to be on the platform for back to your question, to your point, right? The sake of having content, right? And I'm just like, bro, like if we're the only content that you have, it's like,
yeah.
why should you be up here in the first place?
But
You gotta show us why you gotta be up here, right?
But even to play devil's advocate, sometimes just that one chance. Because I know when I
It's
had that
true.
one chance, I ran with the ball, and I'm still running with the ball. So.
It's true, but my thing is this, right? For example, music is the biggest one, right?
Oh, Dave.
I get thousands of rappers, specifically drill rappers, who they have one trailer of them, and it's just like smoking on such a like. No, I'm tired of that shit, bro. Like I'm tired of it, bro. Like, but at the same time, they won't be on my platform. I'm like, bro, I can't I can't trust that I can have a conversation with you, because if
Right.
I ask you, something about production. Oh, I don't know. I just get in the beat and make my song. Like, you don't know anything about, like,
Right.
you don't have a relationship with your engineer, your producer. Like, you
Yeah.
you just doing this for fun? Like, what are you doing?
You know, Gabe said it best. He was like, just allow these artists
Gabe
to
on the
grow.
radar, shout out
yeah,
on the radar.
Gabe on the radar. That said it best. Allow these artists to grow. That's it. Like, yeah, we see
Gotta
you,
grow
but you
first.
got to keep growing as well. And people might say, oh, Gabe's a hater, but if you actually think about it, he's actually looking out for you, because if you're not growing, then what makes you think you're gonna be cooking? Oh my fucking god! That was hot.
What I told you
You
about
gotta
that
put
yelling?
the little drum
Sorry,
thing.
man. Because like when you rap and it sticks with you for the rest of your life. So I'm about to make that into a bar, because I know what the fuck I'm gonna say. You grow your own roots. grow
Write
your
it
own
down.
Shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Write it down, write it down, write it down.
Write it down for the next
Write
episode.
it down so you don't forget.
Yes.
Write it down.
And audience, that includes you too. Write down your thoughts for the
Anything
next
up here,
episode.
write it down. Write
And
it
y'all
down.
gonna see what's cooking with us on the next episode, and we gonna see what's cooking with y'all and see what y'all thinking. So it was a pleasure to have y'all. We here, and that's a wrap.
Wrote it down.
Bye, guys.
I hope you enjoyed another episode of What's Cooking NYC. You can't find us in any air fryer, and you can't cook us, because we're available on all streaming platforms. Like, comment, subscribe.